Hi, my name is Rick Walker and I'm here to tell you about the next generation of beehives. So let's tell you some basic information on what it is. Even if we're not beekeepers, we've all seen the common Langstroth type of beehive that's been around for generations. This is the style of hive that commercial beekeepers use, as it's cost-effective and easy to handle in the field.
We also know that in Slovenia, in southeastern Europe, they've had a love affair with bees for nearly 1,000 years. In the 19th century, Anton Snijdicic modified the previously used version, and developed a different style of beehive, one that didn't require the lifting of heavy honey-filled supers off the hives, rather by using a sliding honey frame, accessed through a door at the rear of the hive. He named it the Slovenian AZ beehive. Further, because of the design of the hive, it allowed them to be stacked side by side and on top of one another. This led to the design of beautiful weatherproof beehouses. Then, in 2016, a family of Australian beekeepers reinvented and redesigned a previously patented method of honey extraction from the hive.
They named it a flow hive. It generated an enormous amount of excitement from the residential, recreational and hobby beekeepers across the globe, and became an overnight success. You could literally open the back of the beehive, insert a spout, open a tap, and the honey would flow out, right into your jar. So it got me thinking. If I could design a beehive which uses two 10-frame AZ supers as its base, and a single 7-frame flow super on top, and if it could use the standard-sized Langstroth foundations, that would be a bonus. As I thought about the project, I quickly realized that I could have the best of both worlds. Plus, if this new type of beehive could be located inside a beehouse protected from the weather, it could be extremely useful in areas that have hot summers and/or cold winters and from predatory animals like bears, birds, skunks and raccoons.
So now we have the birth of the next generation beehive. A new hybrid hive, combining the best of Flow with the best of AZ. So what is Rick's design intent?
Well, I think mine will work a lot better. So we have the Flow frames on top, and the AZ frames below, all packaged in a simple strong plywood box. And I decided to name her as a FlowAZ hybrid beehive. These are the original artist renditions of what I came up with. I'm making the first 2 research units as we speak. Plus, my beehouse is complete and ready for its first occupants. I live in snow country in a forest, surrounded by wildlife, which is why I added an electric fence protection system to ward off wild critters. Even though it's only a bee house, it was built just like the living room in my own house, with 6-inch thick insulated walls, roof and floor and with double-pane openable windows and a sealed door to ward off bad weather. There are bee houses that have carpets, recliners, soft lighting, music and even beds installed for the ultimate in creature comfort, and you can even have wheelchair access if required. But if you think about any climate location, hot or cold, a bee house provides a comfortable environment for you and your bees to spend time in. So what problems am I trying to solve?
Weather protection. The hives don't need to be individually insulated or weather protected, and the ladies don't need to spend excessive energy to keep themselves cool in the summer or warm in the winter. They are fully protected from the outside environment except for the 3 tube entrances that provide access for the bees and help them defend against unwanted crawling, jumping or flying predators. Accessibility. Just like the original Slovenian AZ hive designs, The new FlowAZ hives will be accessible from the comfort and conditioned area inside your bee house.
And since the upper section has flow frames installed, it means that I can extract honey directly into my glass jars. Cost effectiveness. The simple cabinet design, with its rear opening door, makes it very cost-effective to manufacture. I'm using standard untreated lumber, hardware and fittings. Plus, everything is scaled to use standard-sized Langstroth wax or plastic foundation.
And just like the original Slovenian AZ beehives, the rear door makes everything easily accessible for honey harvesting and regular inspection and maintenance.
I'm really excited about what I've started. Plus, by helping the bees to survive, I will be assisting Mother Nature to pollinate flowers, crops and trees, such that our planet can become a little bit more green and sustainable.
Thinking outside the box. What if we didn't want to build a separate bee house outside? What if we could add a closet in our house that we could locate a couple of our FlowAZ beehives in? So if anyone is planning to renovate or build a new home, then you can locate your bee closet right next to the kitchen, so you can pour fresh honey straight onto your cornflakes or toast. And what if we imagine for a moment something already known as apitourism? By vacationing close to home, we might be able to stay at a tiny bee house located at a winery, farm or apple orchard. The bees are kept in their FlowAZ hives built into the house, and you can sleep amongst them as their gentle sounds and honey aroma fill the air when you end the day and go to bed. Wouldn't you like to sleep here? Or here? Wouldn't that be great?
Anyways, I know that this is a special project. I believe that it's a winner, since it combines two of the best-known hive technologies presently available for the recreational, hobby beekeeper. I'm not aware of anyone manufacturing this type of beehive, but I do know that there are one or two individuals also looking at combining the Flow and AZ technologies. So I'm going to build a half dozen of these hives, and play with them for a couple of seasons. And if things look good, and there's a lot of interest, maybe I'll start a small woodshop and make a whole bunch of them, to sell to other beakers. So let me know what you think. Is it a good idea or not? Will it succeed or fail? To send me your ideas or for additional information, you can reach me at flowazbeehives@gmail.com. Cheers, and have a great day.
Photo acknowledgements and thanks go to the following. Thank you.